So today we're going to have a crack at Blood and Glory in preparation for Winter Wipeout. We've got Nathan, who's running his Fireslayers, and I'm running Nurgle. So I have Blightsist. I've got a Sorcerer, a Harbinger of Decay with the Witherstave. He's my General with the Move the Wheel command trait. Can't remember what it is off the top of my head. I've got the Lord of Blights with the Rustfang. 3 units of 5 Black Kings. 30 Plague Bearers. I've also got a unit of 10 Chaos Knights and a Chaos Lord on Demonic Mount. I've also got Geminids in there, so I've got that sweet neg 1, and with the Witherstave that should hopefully help mitigate some of the damage from the Fireslayers. So Nathan, takes through what you've got.
Oh, Witherstaves. Alright, I have the typical 30 Hearthguard, all with the poleaxes. Lovely, lovely unit that they are. 4 heroes. So start off with my General. It's my Runefather on foot. He's got all the Hermdar stuff that you have to take with your Lodge, so -1 to wound, debuff bubble, and a hero slaying artifact. The Battlesmith has my second artifact. That's the Nalcidian Icon, so the 4+ ignore spells. Great artifact. Rune Priest? I can never remember. Rune Smiter and the Rune, the other Rune one. Both with prayers, so you've got -1 to wound and I forget.
It's all good, we'll work it out as we go along.
We've got 5, they're Berserkers, but they're actually Auric Hearthguard, because my Auric Hearthguard are on the painting table at the moment.
Sweet.
10 Arcanauts that I've allied in, again, borrowing them off a friend who's not here yet, so...
They kind of look like Marines, but that's okay.
They look a little bit like Marines.
That's okay, we'll pretend.
Yeah. 15 more Hearthguard with just the normal broadaxes.
Beautiful.
And a unit of 10 Volkite Berserkers. I'm running the Lords of the Lodge Battalion.
Yep.
As you do with 30 Hearthguard.
Now I'm a 4-drop. Nathan, you're...
I'm looking up to 6 drops.
6 drops, so I'll be deciding who goes first. So we're going to roll up, then go into deployment, and we'll go from there. Catch you again. Alright, so we're back after deployment. I've got my units on this side. I've got my Plague Bearers, then the big block over here to defend this one. Then Nate's got his big block of Fireslayers there with some heroes.
That's the big battalion.
The big battalion, the Lords of the Lodge.
Lords of the Lodge. Lords of the Lodge. Hearthguard behind to soak up some wounds.
Sweet. We've got another blob over here of...
Some Volkites.
Volkites.
My allied in Arcanauts behind them.
And some Deep Strike boys, some Hearthguard in Deep Strike. So what we're going to do is we will come back up, turn. I finished first because of my battalion, and I'm going to force Nathan to go first. So we will come back after his hero phase and see what has been done. So we've come back at the end of Nathan's turn. He's popped the +2 movement and didn't get the 6 to make it, to buff it. His guy stamped his staff, so got the +1 save across that unit there. Then he's moved forward. The Arcanauts had some pop shots at the Plague Bearers and whiffed. And that's the end of his turn. So we'll now go into my turn and we'll come back after my hero phase. Alright, end of my hero phase. What did I do? So the Nurgle wheel started at 6, so D3 units took D3 mortal wounds. So I put it on the guys back here. So the first hero passed off all the wounds to the Auric Hearthguard. Yep. The next hero over took them all, so I took 3 mortal wounds. And then the Hearthguard took 3 mortal wounds, but saved them all.
So for those that are counting, that meant Gary rolled 4 6s in a row.
It was awesome. Yeah. Then, the Knights have Blades of Putrefaction on them. So I spent 2 command points to give them +2 to hit and reroll charges. So mortal wounding on a 4-up. 4, 5, yep. Then the Harbinger of Decay popped his command ability to give these guys another ward save. Thought of something I should have done but didn't, which is awesome. But I'll talk about that later. So from here, I'm going to go into my movement. I've got a little bit of shooting, but I'm not going to be in range. So we'll go into movement, and then I will tap back in after I have made charges. Alright, so this is Nurgle movement phase. I've just redeployed these boys a bit, just for a bit more defense. Stop those deep strikers from coming in. These guys have kind of stayed put. Those guys have stayed put. These guys have just moved forward, and the Knights are a 6-inch charge into those guys over there. The Harbinger is within range for the Witherstave, so that'll be good. He's also just snagged the mystical terrain there. So I have a 6-inch rerollable charge with +1 from the Knight, so 5s. So let's see how we go. We have rolled...
We get it.
we've got a very hard to see. So a 5, 6, 7. So these boys will be in with an 8-inch charge. We will come back after combat. All right. So something I missed is that Nathan could spend command points to pile in an attack at the start of the combat phase. I didn't think that through. So Nathan is about to attack. So let's see how we go. We'll come back again after the combat phase. All right, so end of the combat phase. Yeah, that was brave. I killed 5 Hearthguard, and Nathan piled in an attack twice and killed 5 Chaos Knights. I passed bravery. Nathan spent his command point to auto pass. So now we will go into the priority roll. Let's do it live on camera, say. So I roll a 6. Nathan rolls a 4. I am going to double Nathan. So we will come back at the end of my hero phase. I was just saying, when you spend all your command points, your hero phase goes quite quick. So what happened? The wizard here cast his spell to move the Nurgle wheel. So we're back to 5, making Nathan re-roll his 6s to wound. The Harbinger spent his command point to give everybody the 5 up after damage save. And that's a bit... Oh, yeah, we did some mortal wounds over here because we went from 5 to 6, back to 5 again. So we did some mortal wounds on the hero. So the banner dude is on 3. The dude with the big stabby axe is on 2. And then we killed a few more of the... Auric Hearthguard at the back.
Soaking up the wounds from the heroes. Because again, Jared rolled 4 6s in a row.
Yeah. This dice is awesome. So we're going to go into movement, and then I will check back in after charges have been made. Alright, end of the Nurgle move phase. I retreated the Chaos Knights. I moved the Harbinger of Decay, the Lord of Blights, and the 5 Black Kings up to try and deal with that nonsense. I pushed out my screen over here just to block off some deep striking in the ridiculous fashion that I do. And I put these guys behind this unit so if they do come up and manage to kill a few, I can pile in and attack with them as well. So we'll go on to charges and then we'll check back in after the combat phase. Alright, so end of the combat phase. I've lost 2 Black Kings. Nathan's lost a few.
That was 4.
Yeah, we think it was 4 Hearthguard that turn. That was it for combat. I auto passed my bravery because I don't need to. Nathan bravery.
I think I'm going to have to roll. Oh no.
Alright, so Nathan's going to have to roll, so we'll do that now. Nathan has rolled a 1, so he will be sweet. So now we will go into Nathan's turn and check back in at the end of his hero phase. So we forgot to check back in during the hero phase, so we'll do it now. Nathan stamped his banner over there to give them their +1 save. He did neg 1 to hit on the Plague Bearers. Then we had, in the movement phase, these boys came in. These guys moved up, and they all stayed there. We then had some shooting. These boys all threw their axes, and no damage.
No damage. Rerolling 6s when you need 5s and 6s to hit sucks.
Yep, it's good fun. I love my Nurgle boys. These guys, the Skyhawks, shot at the Harbinger of Decay and did a wound. Then the rest of them shot into the Plague Bearers and did 2 wounds. So now we will go into some charges and we'll check back in after the combat phase. Alright, into the combat phase. What's going on? Okay, so the Black Kings are still alive. He was able to kill 2. Then they can't fail their bravery. Lord of Blights is still alive with 2 more wounds, so they're stuck in combat. We've got combat over here. We took out 1 of the Volkites and 4 of the Plague Bearers. I'm going to roll bravery for them. Lost 5, so I can fail, but on a 1 I will get some back. And I 4, so I pass, so everything's good. Now we will go into priority, so we'll do that now on camera. I rolled a 6.
3.
A 3. No. And because Nathan's locked in combat over here, I'm going to pass the turn over to Nathan. So we will come back after his hero phase. So we're back after a bunch of stuff that's happened. So hero phase, he stamped his banner down. Then we had, he gave a prayer to re-roll wounds.
Re-roll wounds, yeah.
We took a neg 1 to hit on the Plague Bearers. couple mortal wounds onto the Black Kings. Then we did some shooting.
Some wounds on the Skyhawks, that was about it.
Yeah,
Wounds, I
Skyhawks
think.
did a single wound to the Harbinger, and then we threw a bunch of axes, and that was it. So we will go into the charge phase and see where we end up. Alright, into combat phase. I had Plague Bearers there, they're now gone. I had a Black King there, and he's also gone. And I had a Lord of Blight there, and he is also gone. But Nathan also had a General there, who is dead. So, not an even trade by any means, but you know, we're getting there. So, that's it for now. We will go into my hero phase, and then we will check back in after that. Right, I forgot to record at the end of the hero phase, so I'll just bring you up to speed. We got Blades of Putrefaction from the Sorcerer off on the Chaos Knights. We popped the command ability of the Harbinger there. Then we did some movement, so moved the Chaos Knights up there, moved the Black Kings there, they got a good run. Chaos Lord's just moved up. Sorcerer's moved a little bit, just so that he could summon in 10 Plague Bearers there to try and double down on that objective, maybe. We'll see what happens. Other than that, I'm about to go into charges, and I will check back in after the combat phase. Cool, so...
I'm not taking one, but I can't fail.
That's cool. At the end of the combat phase, what's happened? So, we've done a little chip damage here. I took out 2, he took out 1. We took out the shooting unit, the Hearthguard. Didn't take out any of...
I did lose 1.
Yep, took out 1 of the Hearthguard. Nathan was able to take out 1 Knight and 1 Black King. Pretty much uneventful. So we will go into priority for turn 4. So Nathan rolls a 4. I roll a 1. Yeah. So it is Nathan's choice.
Oh, that's tough. I'll take it.
Cool.
Of course we'll win. Let's go.
Alright, let's see how we go at the end of his hero phase. End of the hero phase, not much happened. So, failed reroll wound and something else.
Armor save buff. Yeah.
Armor save buff. He did make the Black Kings neg 1 to hit, so that'll neuter them a bit. Blew up that piece of terrain trying to kill a bunch of dudes and did nothing. And then tried to do some rerolling hits and wounds on these boys and didn't work. So we will then go into shooting and then charges, and we'll let you know what happens at the end of the combat phase. Sweet! End of the shooting phase, and the Harbinger is no more. Other than that, axes chipped off 1 Knight, and that's about it. So we will now go into charges and combat phase. Alright, end of the combat phase. I lost my 10 Plague Bearers there, and 2 Nurgle boys. Lost everything over there. Maybe I did that last turn? No, it was this turn. He did a double pile-in and brutalized everyone. So it's going into my turn. I'm probably going to just be able to pull out a minor loss, but we'll see how we go. So we'll go into my stuff now, and then I will regroup at the end of the hero phase. Alright, at the end of my hero phase and movement, I summoned in 5 Plague Bearers over here for potentially holding off getting objectified. He ran away, casted Mystic Shield on to him. I think that's all I've got left. Oh, Black Kings are staying there. So we will go into combat and let you know what happens at the end of combat. Right, end of the combat phase. I've lost my Lord on Demonic Mount. I lost 1 Black King. Yeah, so basically Nathan currently holds the 3 objectives over there. I'm currently defending this one. We think if I win priority here, I can screen this one out and then he will get a minor. If he wins priority, then he's won the game, and I think we'll call it there. So we're going to roll for priority now. I rolled a 6.
I rolled 2.
Nathan rolled a 2. I'll go into my turn. End of the combat phase. I tried a Hail Mary here where I summoned some Plague Bearers and they charged. that unit to hopefully lock them in so that they couldn't take that final objective. But with a double pile in, mince them, so nothing you can say about that other than that's the way it is. Nathan's turn. He'll just charge those boys onto that objective, own all 4 and win. So Nathan, good game. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tough game.
Tough.
It was very grindy, but took it in turn 5. So hopefully that was good prep for Winter Wipeout.
For sure.
And we'll, go from there. So thank you guys. Hopefully I'll get a few more of these up every Tuesday, but we'll see. But yeah, thank you very much.